What's up? Welcome back. It's gonna get juicy in here. So here's what's gonna happen. I asked you guys on my Instagram story to send me your relationship status, your crazy stories, questions that you have, any advice that you might need, and also happy stories, because I didn't, I'm a happy person. I didn't want this to be like super negative or anything, but let me just say these responses are quite interesting. Here we go. Let's just jump right into it. Okay, so the first one is really happy, actually. It just says, been with the most amazing girl for 3.5 years and planning on proposing next January. I'll be waiting to see the pictures. Now, okay, so some of these are so crazy. I just can't even. Okay. My boyfriend ignored me for a whole day and finally said he needed time to himself. Now, I guess I can see, like, in a relationship, if you literally talk, like, all day, every day or something. My relationship, we have days where we don't talk at all, even, like, when he is home. I guess I wish I knew more about your, like, relationship in general, just because, like, what does that even mean? Does that mean, like, I don't know. I guess you're just gonna have to talk and communicate with him. Like, I don't know. How to deal with long distance better. I feel like I could make a whole video on this, so if you guys want to see a whole video on dealing with long distance and, I don't know, any tips and tricks or whatever, then I can do that. But I guess just in general, communication is literally the most important thing if you're going to be in a long distance relationship, and commitment. Like, if you do not see a future with this person, if you could not see yourself, like, being with them for the rest of your life or whatever, then it's not really worth it. Because if you're really not committed to them, then you're most likely not gonna last, and, like, things are probably gonna go wrong. This one triggers my soul. This one says, I was told that I do too, wait, let me start over. I was told that I do too much, but all I did was love and care. Should I tone it down next time? No. No, 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 no. Bottom line, any relationship that is worth your effort and worth your time, you do not need to change yourself to fit someone else's expectations. If that's what that person was saying to you, it was not meant to be. I promise you. And I know that it can be really hard to accept at first, but, like, once you find a person that really loves and cares for you, you're just gonna know. You're gonna know when you find that person, and that person was not for you. And it sucks that they even did that to you, because it's wrong, okay? Be yourself, and someone out there is for you, I promise. How do you forget? How do I move on? Here's the thing. I would say that it's not really about, like, forgetting, because I'm a true believer in, like, every relationship that you have has a purpose, and this is, like, outside of, like, romantic relationships, just relationships with people. I think, like, trying to forget everything that you had with that person is wrong. I think it just takes time to, like, accept that things might not have ended up the way you wanted them to, but literally every memory that you have with that person is still valuable, and it's still, like, you can learn from it, so it doesn't mean that it was a waste of time. It just means that you do have to get up and you do have to move on. The easiest way to move on is just to start focusing on yourself. A lot of people think that moving on means that you find somebody else, and that's not how I see it. I think, like, everybody needs a point in their life where they're single, and it's just a period of singleness, and you have to take that to work on yourself and be the person that is going to be deserving and prepared for someone to love them and be with for the rest of their lives. The best piece of advice that I have for you is just to focus on you, grow as an individual, because obviously God gave you this time to be single and grow for yourself. So hopefully that helped. My ex cheated on me with 7 different girls and has dated 2 of my close friends since then. So this is when you just take the trash can that you have and you just dump everything in there. Yeah, just forget about that one, okay? That honestly is disgusting. If you are not ready to be in a relationship, don't be in one. If you know in your heart that you like are just trying to have fun, why don't you just communicate with that person and say that instead of being like, oh yeah, let's get in a relationship and then I'll just screw you over. I don't think people really understand how destructive cheating is. It will ruin your future relationships, which it shouldn't. Like, I could do a whole video on that too. Cheating should not ruin your future relationships, but it does. So I'm so sorry that that happened to you, but I promise better things are coming your way. Okay. So it got to this like certain point where I was like, okay, like some of these boys need to be restored, because like most of the responses that oh my god, I can't even speak English. Most of the responses that I was getting was based on like boys and how they were treating girls, and I needed some boys to just like redeem themselves or whatever. But this one's actually from a girl. She said, after the second date with my boyfriend, he told me I deleted all the girls on Insta who would cause me to have a wandering eye. Seriously, the cutest thing ever. Girls don't settle for less. And I have mixed emotions about this. Like, it is, like, I totally get the idea, and it's super cute, and, like, bless that boy for being committed to you and showing it in every single way that he can. I love that for you, because some of these boys out here are obviously... This is a long one, and I'm just gonna shorten it up. What to do about an ex that wants you but doesn't want you. So they obviously dated before for a long time, and the boy is like still wants to be connected to her but doesn't want a relationship with her. Basically, the boy is like putting her on the back burner. So here's what I have to say to you, okay? In your situation, like, I honestly think most, not all, I'm not generalizing, but most boys in college, they go through like this life crisis where they're like, oh my god, like, I'm not ready to settle down with a girl. They just start freaking out. So then what they do is they still care for you, but they don't want to be with you because they want to explore other options, just live a college boy life. Here's what I have for you. He wants to do his own thing, I think. I think he wants to do his own thing. But you are so stuck on what you used to have with him that you're not, like, strong enough to just, like, cut him off. Like, but that's what you need to do. Because unfortunately, all he's going to do is keep doing the same things over and over again, and if you're on his back burner, if he has you in the palm of his hands, then he's just going to pick you up whenever it's convenient for him. I think you know in your gut, like, you can feel it. You're like, you have to have some self-worth and just understand that, like, you should be a priority, and you should not be a second choice to all these other things. In general, if you've got a boy like that, kick him to the curb. I can't do this, you live too far, then goes after someone 3 times as far after being together for 3 years. I also wish I would, like, know more about your relationship. It's so hard to tell because I don't want to generalize, and I'm not a professional, like, relationship reader at all. There are things that you think you could never go through with a person in a relationship. Like for me, I was like, I could never imagine being like a military girlfriend or spouse or whatever, and here I am. Because like if you really truly love somebody, you're gonna do whatever you have to be with them, like, and treat them the way they're supposed to be treated. For you, I just think maybe it wasn't meant to be, and the reason that he's doing it for somebody else is because maybe that's who they're willing to do it for, and it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. Ew, it just sucks to hear. Like, I don't want to be, I don't know, I don't want to make anybody feel bad, but just, if he's not willing to do it for you, then why would you want to be with that kind of person? Like, why? You want to be with someone that's willing to do anything for you, and once you have that, you're going to understand. Take that, put it in your heart, and just run with it. My roommate from Ohio State said me and Ben are sexy, and shout out to you guys, okay, because they've been together for like over a year now, and I watched that relationship bloom, and I'm just a proud little fly on the wall. My boyfriend dumped me because he found a new girl to mess around with while at tech school. I'm disgusted for you. Military relationships can be rough. Like I said, if you are not committed, if you cannot see yourself spending your life with them, don't do it. This is disgusting on his part. I think you should start a tally of how many times I've said disgusting in this video. This is, I think, every girlfriend at home's worst fear. I'm so sorry. You deserve way more than that. You are a queen. For our first Christmas together, I bought an old journal and had all her friends and family write why they love her and gave it to her. I started it in the summer and got about 40 people to write to her in it. This is the type of quality content that you're looking for, ladies. Hear it, believe it. There are guys out there that do it, you know, but you also have to be a girl that deserves it. I have a super beautiful guy in my class that makes my heart melt, and it's so sad I can't talk to him. I'm pretty sure everybody has moments like this in their life. My boyfriend makes sure to get the door every time he has a chance and pays for every date and picks me up for our dates. Hopefully that kind of helps. I'm not saying that you have to, like, pay for every date as a guy, because I'm totally for, like, Scott and I will split stuff sometimes. He doesn't even like letting me pay for stuff, but, like, sometimes I'm like, put your wallet away, I'm paying this time. I still love it when Scott, like, comes to pick me up when we go on a date. Relationship breaks are not a thing, am I right? Yes. I do not recommend going on a break. They normally don't work. Some people, it works, so, you know, it honestly just depends on your relationship, but usually when you're going on a break, it's just messy. There needs to be, like, either we're together or we're not together, period. And if you're not together, then you're not together. And whatever happens, like, that's not, oh, we were on a break. Like, no. I think that's all I have for this video. Honestly, after hearing all these stories, I'm also not trying to just, like, bash on boys, but just the responses that I got were really just kind of... I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you want me to make a video on how to deal with long distance, I'm totally down to do that. Also, cheating, like, just really triggers me, so if you want a video about that, you know, just leave it in the comments below what you want to see. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm almost at 130. I think I'm at 115, and we are so close. I hope you guys all had a why do I always mess up on that? I hope you guys all have a beautiful day. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video.